I am back. I'm back. Yes, I'm sorry for that breakdown. My baby came in, and so I had to leave. But like I was saying, I already started the video, so I have to continue the video. The baby is here. Yes, I have to continue the video. As you can see from the topic, it says that before you come to Finland, what do I mean by before you come to Finland? Before you come to Finland, there are certain things that you have to put into consideration before you come. I started talking about your finances. What do I mean by your finances? You have to think very well about your finances. Yes, there are a lot of ways that the Finnish government would help you financially, but before you get to that stage of getting that help, you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared financially because everything here is expensive, especially due to the effect of this general regression in Europe. Everything is pretty expensive. The housing is expensive, the food is expensive, transportation is expensive. So you have to put into serious consideration how much you have and how much you can, how you can control or how you can manage your money before you get a job. We are going to talk about the job market. You see, in Finland, yeah, I want to keep it real. Like I want to keep it real. So before you're coming, make sure if you're about to come to Finland, watch this video, give it a thumbs up, and think about the points I'm giving here. You have to think very well about your finances. Make sure you're prepared. You have enough money to rent your house, for feeding, for transportation, for documentation, because when you come, you will take at least 2-3 months for documentation. The documentation process is not easy to get into the system. You will take at least 2 to 3 months to get into the system and for your documents to go through. So by that, before you reach that time, how are you going to be eating? How are you going to be transporting yourself? How are you going to be paying your rent? Because the rent here is no joke. It's no joke. If you're coming directly from Africa, for example, I'm talking about CFA, a house of they include the living room. They call it as a room. So if you have 2 bedrooms and 1 living room, you'll be paying at least around 900 euro. And that 900 euro in the CFA is around 530,000 CFA. Can you imagine? That is not even the salary of a category A2 civil servant in Cameroon. So you understand where I'm coming from. So think about your finances. Think about how you're going to be feeding yourself before you get a job. Think about how you're going to house yourself. Yes, there are these shared apartments where you can share with your friend or you can share with people from other countries, and then you divide the rent. If the rent is 500 euro, one person can be paying 250 and the other can be paying 250, which is still very much expensive. So prepare yourself financially. You must be financially able. Make savings. Prepare very well financially before you move to Europe and especially to Finland, because the food is expensive. Everything is expensive. Nothing goes here for free. Everything is being sold out. Even when there's no life in something, they resell it. Even when you see something that has no life, you're thinking like this thing belongs to the trash. No, 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 no. They are selling it. They are putting it into use. So before you're coming, my brother, my sister, make sure you have enough money. Now, after a while, when you get into the system, there's this office that they call Kela office. It's like a social office that helps people, helps everybody that comes to Finland. It's very good. It will help you with whatever you need. It will put it into the system. It will provide you with some, I don't know if you should call it insurance or what. If you're a family, they will be giving you some family assistance to you, the wife, or to you, the husband, and to the kids. You have enough assistance. So, but before you get there, you must have spent money. So before you come, keep your money. This is the first thing. And immediately when you come, try to register yourself as fast as you can. Get your number, get a bank. Another thing I'm going to be talking about is bank. When I talk about finances too, you have to be very careful with your finances. Even even the finances you bring into Finland, you have to also be very careful with it. For example, here in Finland, you have a bank account. There are some banks where you can come immediately and then you can open a bank account. But the normal bank, like the national, the most renowned bank, the Notia bank, you will take about 3 to 4 months before you can open an account. So this while you're holding your money, like the money you came in with. And so to deposit that money is a problem. It's a process. It's a process. You have to show documentation. You have to show evidence of where the money is coming from, how you acquired that money. So it's not only about having your money, bringing your money into Finland. It's also having a backup. Like you have to prove like letter of employment or pay slips from the former job or how you got the money to bring here. So that is why it's very important to even declare your money at the airport. If you're coming with above maybe 10,000 euro, declare it at the airport. Declare it at the airport before you bring it, because once they ask you and you're not able to defend where the money is coming from or to give a clarification of how you acquired that money, they will open the account for you like in that, but they will block it. And when your account reaches that stage of blocking, where they have blocked it because you cannot clarify where your money is coming from, it will take our Baba Yesu to come down for that account to be open. So at the end of the day, you can lose money. So before you come, try to declare your money, declare your money, declare your money. And also, people don't just get up and maybe you're tied up like in other countries. I'm talking out of experience because before coming here, I lived in another country. People don't just get here and maybe you say, oh, my brother and my sister, I need some help. Just give me some money. No. They can give you, but in their banking system, they can be asked, or you yourself, you can be asked, why did A or B send you money? This money was for what? You need to be able to defend it, because they are trying to wipe out this whitewash money. They are trying to wipe out completely. They are even trying to go cashless. So if you cannot defend that, know that your account can be blocked, your money can be reclaimed from you, and that you have to come prepared. You have to be prepared, very cautious with the way you help or the way you do transfer. Like if you want to carry money and go to the bank, even before opening the bank account, they ask you how much you're about to use, how much you think you can deposit. So if you have an amount that is more than that what you declared in the paperwork, it will be difficult for you. You have to fill serious forms. I want to deposit this money. You cannot just go and deposit the money. And there's a certain amount of money you cannot just go and withdraw. Your money, I'm talking about your money, not the money that somebody deposited, your money. There's a way you cannot just go and deposit and then you withdraw. No, you have to go through a process, and that process is sickening. So when you want to come to Finland, I'm keeping it real with you. Think about your finances. You have enough finances to sustain you, and think about your transactions here. Because it's not easy. It is not easy. You'll be questioned on your money if you don't know accountability about where the money is coming from. Like some countries where you will just work, it's normal to work like that and acquire money. No, you will prove where the money is coming from. So that is the very first thing that you have to think. Make sure you have enough money. Now, what is the second point I'm going to talk about today before you come to Finland? Some of these things I read them, some of these things I was not used to, some of these things I just came and realized it and living it now. But it's better for me to keep it real. So those people that are aspiring to come to Finland, they would have a peek into what they are coming to experience here. The second thing I'm going to talk about here is the climate. The climate is at extremes. I came when the winter was almost finishing, but it was what? Icy cold. Icy cold. And they say in winter, it triples that cold. That means the minus that I came and met here, I was thinking like if I was constantly in the freezer. So when you're coming here, you have to think about the weather. Especially if you're coming from a country where there is no, you just have maybe dry season, like Cameroon, you have dry season and rainy season. If you're coming from that kind of a country where the weather is just wet, dry, little sun, then you have to think about if you're that person that does not like extremes, then Finland is not a place for you. Because even as I speak now like this, we are in summer. It's considered a summer here. Places don't get dark. Like you just live as I'm talking to you, as you can see the sun up and it's bright like this. In the middle of the night, it's still bright. The next day, it's still bright. AM, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., there's no darkness. 4 a.m., there's no darkness. That means it's a continuous cycle. So when you sit in the continuous light, sometimes it weighs down on you because you don't really know. Before we want to sleep or before my kids want to sleep, I have to walk and try to put up close these curtains and still put some curtains behind, like heavy curtains, so it's dark inside before the children can sleep because they are confused, like why are we in daytime, during daytime, or we are nighttime, because the places don't get dark. And they say in winter the places don't get bright, like the sun doesn't come up. I have just experienced a little of that because I came during the ending of winter, and now we are living summer. And summer, as you can see, that is the sun. Even if 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. is still like that, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., it's still like that. Places don't get dark here during this period. So it will be a shock for you. You will not know when to sleep. It will destabilize you. Even if you're coming here with kids, it will make the kids uncomfortable, or they will be confused. They will not know when to sleep or when to wake up. So here you just have to go by your time. If you're somebody that is not very used to cold, don't venture here. If you're somebody that is not used to adapting, like it took me quite like 3 months before I could adapt to this situation. Like the sun doesn't go down like that. So think about it. And if it comes to the point where you must come, then you must be prepared. You have to prepare heavy jackets, very warm dresses for the winter. And then I think virtually there's no summer here, because the summer is just some few days. And because now it's summer, but it's cold, cheesy, breezy outside, so you still need to put on some warm clothes, unlike other countries that when it's summer people go bare. But yeah, the Finns, because it's very cold during the winter, now like this, some of them walk. You can just go to the streets and you see people walking bare. That is another shock, another video for another day. Like now like this, you people walking shirtless. Somebody just be driving their bike with just their undies, their panties on the bike on the streets, and that is no man's business, which is in other countries is an abomination. Like where like let me say somewhere like in Korea, you can be arrested, you'll be arrested for that, because it's like you're putting the minors at risk. That is the second point. Think about the climate. If you like extremes, then this is the place for you. Put your finances together. Put your finances together and think about the climate. Think about the climate very well. The third point I'm going to talk about is socialization. If you're that kind of vibe person, yes, that person that loves where things happen, you always want to vibe to things, you're always vibing, like you're clubbing, you're vibing, you're partying, this is not the place for you. I say what? This is not the place for you. You might want to consider taking another decision or taking another direction. This is virtually not the place for you, because here people are so busy. They are so busy. You hardly, like, I can stay 1 week here. I'm at my balcony. I can stay 1 week here. The only time I can see people is when I come to my balcony and I look below and I'll see people passing around here, and that is it. You hardly see people gathering like, okay, let's come together this Sunday and have something together, like meetings or communities, or they exist, but most of them will go live. They will go on Android phones and they will go live. You hardly see people meeting like that. So it kind of play down on you if you're that kind of person that likes to vibe, party, drinking, dancing. You will feel a little down here and you will feel depressed. You will fall into depression, and at the end of the day, you might find yourself wanting to leave immediately, because this is not that kind of place. They have schedules, and many people, their schedules are not the same. Their schedules are upside down. You're going, I'm coming, I'm coming, you're going. So people hardly get that time to meet and commune together. Yes, it's only like that is the thing. Like on Sundays here, some of us that go to churches, we go, we don't want to miss church because that is the only opportunity where you can see your fellow sister or brother. You can smile for the 2 hours that you're going to be there, talk, chit chat. Yes, that is it. Parties, you hardly see parties happening around. You hardly see too much of clubbing. No, 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 no. It doesn't happen here because their laws too are so strict that when you go against it and you're caught or you fall prey drinking and getting drunk or drinking and driving and all of that, they are going to hammer you strong, that they are going to deal with you in such a way that you will not like it. So people are just uh, um cold. People are just taking precautions. Yes. So excuse me. So if you're that kind of person that likes to vibe, to dance, to club, to meet people, go to jangi houses, go to communities, this place you might consider your decision, reconsider your decision to moving to Finland. Yes, I talked about your finances. I'm still coming. Make sure your finances are in place. I talk about the weather. Make sure you think about the weather seriously before you come. Also, make sure that if you're that kind of vibing person, that kind of outgoing person, I'm not really outgoing, dancing, vibing, this is not the place for you at all, at all, at all. Now, what is the fourth point? The fourth point I'm going to talk about is food. Okay, if you're that kind of person that you cannot deal with what is available, then Finland is not a place for you because Finland is limited when it comes to food. Somebody will say, no, Finland has food, but where I'm coming from, we have more than enough diversity. If you're coming to Finland, that kind of person that cannot eat one meal 2 times, or you cannot repeat your meals, you have to think about it because here we virtually have rice and potato. That means you're going to eat potato in all its form. You're going to eat fried potato, mashed potato, boiled potato, roasted potato, which other form, that baked potato. You will eat potato in all its form. And rice, chicken, fish, chicken, rice, chicken, fish, and potato. Those are their two stable meals that they do here. So if you're coming from outside, you might wear as well. Prepare yourself. You can bring in some condiments. Come prepared, bring in your condiments where you can also diversify your cooking. Bring in your condiments, your some of the kind of food that are not heavy, lightweight, because you have just 23 kilograms, depending on where you're coming from. Just bring your food. Make sure that you have some food that will take you for a while before you start getting accustomed to this. Yes, that is another thing you have to take into consideration, the food. There's a lot of monotony here. Rice, potato, potato, rice, potato, potato. Think about the monotonous way of eating here and make preparations for that. But if you cannot deal with that kind of, if your stomach does not resist that kind of one thing every day or one thing every week, then Finland is not a place for you. Maybe you should choose another European country like Germany or whatever. Or you can come with your money. If you have the finances, you can eat whatever, because there are also international stores where you find virtually everything, but they are very pricey. How long do you want to be buying? How far can you go buying every day? Or how far would you go to buy? So think about that. The next point I'm going to talk to you about is the job market. Think very well about the job market. That is why this job market goes together with your finances. Think about the job market before you move to Finland. Everybody will tell you, when you come to Finland, the same day or the next day, you can be doing distribution of papers. You can be working in this company. You will see all sorts of company. You will see all sorts of adverts. You can be working in the food company. You can be working on delivery. That is what pays. You can get a delivery job upon arrival. You can get a cleaning job upon arrival. You can get... No. It's a lie. If somebody does not agree with me, put a proof down there. It's a big lie. Come financially prepared until you get a job, because it might take you 4, 5, 6 months to get a job. And if you're not prepared financially, And if you came as virtually as a student where you cannot get any help from the Kela, that means you only have to depend on what you brought along, then it's going to be frustrating for you. I said I was going to keep it real. It's going to be frustrating. This is the truth. Come with your money, because those jobs, yes, they are there. They are being advertised everywhere. The pay is good. They pay on an hourly base, like 12 to 13 euro, 12 to 13 euro an hour. So if you have more hours, you make more money. But before you get that job, every job here, you need to write a course. You need to go through a certification. Even the cleaning job, you need to go an online course to get a certificate that you have done the cleaning job and whatever. Even the delivery job, you need to go certification. Even the whatever job, cooking job, you need to go write an exam. Online, you will pay your money, you take an examination, and then you get your certificate. Then you can be working and presenting it. Then Finnish language too is a plus. Though everywhere here, everybody, they virtually speak English. They speak English, Finnish, and Swedish. Everybody understands English, and everybody. If you don't want to, if you're not motivated to learn the Finnish language, it will be difficult for you to learn it, because everybody, anywhere you speak English, they understand perfectly well and they speak perfect English. Even though they speak perfect English, they need those certifications. They need you to know how to speak Finnish before you can integrate and get those jobs. So don't be coming with the hope that, okay, I've seen online that immediately as I arrive here, I will get a job. No. That's a lie from the pit of hell. It's not an immediate thing. People work with their graces. Yes. People work with their graces. Different coins for different people. What happened to me, I got mine, will not be what will happen to you. But the majority of the people, they get up to 6-7 months searching for a job. They can't get a job. Even the cleaning job. Yes. So when you want to come, thinking of coming to Finland, thinking about the job market, be prepared financially. Know that there's a time for waiting. There's a time for training. There's a time where you will put applications everywhere and they will tell you, go and get this certification, go and get this certification. You will end up leaving Finland with a lot of certificates, which is good. You might use it elsewhere, but don't come with that mindset that immediately I arrive Finland, I'm going to get a job. It will not work. It will not work. The way you see it online, the way people say it, I got my job the next day I came to Finland. I got my job 2 days after, 1 week after I came to Finland. It's a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie from the pit of hell. Every job needs you to go through a training session to get a certification. Yeah. I hope there's nothing I'm leaving out. As you can see, baby is here. The baby is here. She's sleeping. I hope I'm not missing out on anything. Yes. So this is me keeping it real. Keeping it real. And then the last point I'm going to talk about before I go off this video is here. Before you come to Finland as a family with kids, think about how the Finnish society views a family. The child is very important. The child's word is yea and amen. Whatever the child says, that is what stands. If your child is that kind of naughty one, that one that has that one that is so, the tongue is so loose, that one that will not respect you, and maybe wherever you're coming from, you used to sting to pinch mama, before you're coming here, hold your peace. Before they collect your child to you and give it to another family. And you don't have any guarantee of ever seeing. So in this society, the first, most important is a child. The second is every woman. Children, women. Children come first place, women come second place. Pets come third place, and the men at the last. You can imagine. So think about all of this. That kind of hot-tempered person, keep the temper wherever you're coming from. Leave it there before you come, because this society will bring out the humility in you. And this is just an aside. Let me talk about this one before. If you are somebody that does not have patience, this is not a country for you. If you don't have patience at all, this is not a country for you. Because, for example, you have an appointment at any office and your appointment time is 2. You get there at 2. But before your appointment, there was somebody inside the office. You can just, that person can sit there and just be talking, and they will laughing, talking and laughing, talking, doing things that are not even related to what the office requires of them. They will not send that person out to say, okay, come in. No. In this country, you have to learn how to be patient. They will take all their time. When is your time? When that time is allocated to you, you can do whatever you want to do. No matter who those are on the line with, that 100 people on the line waiting, they have to wait your time as soon. If you're that kind of person that does not have patience, cannot exhibit patience, this is not a country for you. Nobody will hurry up things for you. Things will just fall in place. Things will fall in place. So, I'll be coming back with more experience as to the things that you have to put into consideration before moving to Finland, before thinking about Finland. So if this is a country of your dream, it's a beautiful country, beautiful laws, beautiful opportunities. Follow my video, share my video, because I'm going to be talking a lot about Finland. I'm going to be talking about my experience in Finland. And I'm going to talk about how to come to Finland, how to integrate, what are the ways to go through, or anything that concerns Finland, I'm going to be talking about. So give this video a thumbs up whenever you follow on the video, like it and share it. And if there's anything that I forgot in this first video, though, I'm going to give you season 2 or episode 2 of this. Leave it in the comment section. I love you. I need to go and take care of my little bambina, my little baby. So until next time, see you. Let me hear what you think about some of these points and some of these points that I have listed. Let me know what you think about and leave them in the comment section so we can all enjoy together. Let me know where you're watching. I have 2 people watching me. Let me know where you're watching from. Are you watching from Finland? You can just leave a hi. I've already talked about some of the things that you need to put into consideration before coming to Finland. If you don't mind to tell me a hi, I'll be glad to know who is watching. And if you're watching, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and also share the video, and also leave your opinions. My bambina, my little princess, is sleeping. So until my next video, ciao.